Welcome. I'm glad you found this frequency. It's a bit tucked away, isn't it? Somewhere between the noise of the news and the silence of your own breathing. Take a moment, set down whatever you are holding physically and maybe mentally too, just for a bit. Tonight, I want to talk about 4 men. They didn't live in the same time. They didn't speak the same language. But if you listen closely to the echoes they left behind, they were all pointing to the exact same spots in the dark. And that spot, well, that spot is you. Let's look at our first guest, Gautama Siddhartha, the Buddha. Imagine him at the end of a long, dusty road, leaning in to tell his followers, be your own light. Let truth be your light. He wasn't telling them to worship him. He was telling them to stop looking at his finger and start looking at the moon. He was handing the torch back to the person holding it. And then move across the map to a carpenter's son named Jesus. People were looking for a kingdom in the clouds, a palace of gold. But he looks them in the eye and says, the kingdom of God is within you, not up there, not later, but inside the mess and the blood and the heartbeat. Now travel to the marketplace in Athens. There Socrates is not interested in how many stars are in the sky or how much gold is in the treasury. He has one obsession: know yourself. Why? Because if you don't know the pilot, what does it matter how fast the ship is going? Finally, we find Lao-tzu sitting by a stream. Perhaps he says, he who knows others is wise. He who knows himself is enlightened. Do you hear the harmony? Siddhartha's light, Jesus' kingdom, Socrates' knowledge, and Lao-tzu's enlightenment. They aren't talking about distant galaxies. They are talking about the hardware you were born with, the self that you've been living with every day but might have forgotten to actually meet. Now, here's my take on all of this. We like to categorize people. We say that person is a Christian, that person is a Buddhist, or that person is a staunch atheist. But I'll let you in on a secret. Everyone has a religion. Every single soul on this planet is a worshiper. You see, religion isn't just about, pews and incense. It's about your ultimate concern. It's about what you serve when the lights go out. If you value money above all else, if it's the thing that dictates your mood, your worth, your sleep, then money is your religion. You are its devotee. If you live for fame, for the like, for the validation of strangers, then the spotlight is your gold. The spotlight is your God. If you live for success, for the climbing of the ladder, then that ladder is your altar. An atheist might deny a creator, but they might still be the most devout follower of efficiency or intellectual superiority. So we are all serving something. The question isn't if you have a religion. The question is, what are you currently serving? And more importantly, do you even know you are serving it? It's not a crime to want money. It's not a sin to want to be loved or to find success. These are just parts of the human game. The trouble, the real bone-deep suffering doesn't come from the thing itself. It comes from unawareness. When you blindly believe that your way of living, your specific religion of money or politics or ego is the sole answer, something dangerous happens. You stop being a person and you start being a machine for that belief. And when you are attached like that without ever looking inward, that belief becomes a weapon. It's a weapon you point at your own heart when you fail, and it's a weapon you point at the world when they don't agree with you. Look at the headlines, the endless wars, the starving children, the planet that seems to be gasping for air. We look at these things and ask, who did this? The answer is uncomfortable. It's the result of billions of people living unexamined lives. It's the friction of 8 billion different religions clashing, because no one bothered to check what they were serving. We are so busy defending our truth that we forgot to check if our truth was actually just a craving for power or a fear of being nobody. So I have a small request for you tonight or this morning. Whatever time zones that you're in, as you drift off to sleep or as you drive through the city lights, investigate your attachments. Peel back the layers. Ask yourself, who is the master here? Am I using the money or is the money using me? Am I seeking the truth or am I just seeking to be right? Do it for yourself because it's the only way to find that kingdom Jesus spoke of. but do it for the world too. Because a person who has examined their own heart is a person who no longer needs to go to war. Socrates was right, He didn't say it to be mean or elitist. He said it as a warning. The unexamined life is not worth living. It's just a script written by someone else. So, be your own light. Turn the signal inward. Thanks for listening to the frequency. Sleep well or wake up, whichever you need more.